They didn't know back then where I grew up about learning differences, and I didn't know I had a learning issue. I could read the words, but I didn't remember what I just read. So a teacher embarrassed me in front of the class, and I was an angry young man, and I got kicked out of high school. I ended up hanging out on the streets with the wrong crowd in a pool hall in Pittsburgh. And fortunately, I volunteered for a group called Young Life, which is a big international youth organization. Came in and became our friend. I asked him why he even cared, and he said, I just want to see you all find hope in the future. So I wouldn't be here if he hadn't come in that pool hall.
How did that take us to communities and schools?
I did get to graduate with just regular general diploma, and I took college courses. And a friend of mine that got helped at the same time, he said, how can we let kids live on rooftops? But he was on heroin and was wanted for a robbery, so he turned himself in. We made a life commitment that when he got out, we'd go to the streets and do what somebody did for us. When he got out of jail in 1960, we walked into Harlem and got a little tenement. I had one gift at the time. Some people think it's still my only gift, and that was hanging out, because love and caring goes where people are. They don't just sit back and say, I hope you change. You got to be out there in their face and take risks and be able to listen. So I learned how you build community. And then we got into education. We took over a storefront called a Street Academy. We were at the right place at the right time because we had a model of hope, and all of a sudden everybody got interested in it. And we came up with a simple idea. Why don't we bring the resources to our kids? We started in one school in Atlanta with about 100 young people, and now, as you know, we have 1,600,000. It's 40 years since we started it.
One thing that we often talk about at communities in the schools is it's not programs that change people, it's relationships.
A good program simply has created the environment where healthy relationships are happening between adults and kids. And hope is the transformational part of love and action. If a young person doesn't have hope, they're going to hurt other people or they're going to hurt themselves. I see so much hunger in this country for somebody to give a damn I exist. So all we did was really build it out of those two basics, a caring adult and a caring community. Every young person needs a chance to give back because that's where identity comes from. That's where they become part of the change. And so we